There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. The Reds are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Jacob deGrom is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
So now into the box is Jonathan India. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty V, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
And he'll make it into third base with a leadoff triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
In is Joey Votto now as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great job of offensive execution there. Leadoff triple and then the sac fly to bring home a run.
Now to bat, Marcus Foley. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. As he rips it on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down. And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He
pulls this one high and deep to right center field. We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the 3rd out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Reds lead this one 1-0. Shohei Ohtani, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
The 2-1 home is a swinging strike on the fastball.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Now here's the first offering. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
He froze him on the fastball there. Jeff McNeil becomes out number 2 this inning. In now, Dominic Smith. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He'll enter play with a good chance to get over 300. He's at 298. 5 homers, 13 RBIs. Moustakas is there. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, the weather forecasts I'm hearing down here point to a fairly significant threat of rain later in the ball game. Of course, the grounds crew and umpires will work to get this one in without delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it's impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk. For now, we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
You hope not, but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp, you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table. Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now to the plate, Jesse Winker pitches a called strike, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Presley leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he's safe. Up next, Eugenio Suarez. He went deep last night twice. First pitch of the AB now, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. DeShields is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Reds leave 1. Played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Last half of the second set to go, and here comes the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking, strike 3.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 6 home runs and 21 driven in. 2 balls and no strikes. And there's that sea of orange that's become such a common sight here at Citi Field. Those are diehard Mets fans, and they're not shy about it.
Yeah, Matt, they really do an awesome job rallying the Mets and getting more fans bought into the whole movement. But one of the things I love most about the group is how well they travel. You see cheering sections in other cities, but these guys go all over the country, invade sections of visiting ballparks to root for the Mets. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a well-organized group, believe it or not, that holds several events throughout the year. They even take their act on the road to visiting ballparks a couple of times each season. It's been really great for the Mets organization. He swings and grounds it to short. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
J.D. Davis is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Mets strand 1. They're down 1-0. Shohei Ohtani digging in next. 9-1-2 due up.
Number 17, Shohei.
First offering on its way. Shot toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone. Stepping in next, Joey Votto notched an RBI on the sac fly in his previous turn at the plate. And now the first pitch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. Line drive to center field. Verdugo is there, 2 gone. Striding in is Marcus Foley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch. Ohtani leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for Cincinnati, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the inning now, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos.
For the Mets, the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Moustakas moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jacob deGrom. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
First offering, Delino DeShields will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
You got to be careful with this guy here. He can really handle the bat. Even though they're 2 outs, he might try to drop one down for a base hit.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again. 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Now at the plate, Mike Moustakas flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And now Nicholas Castellanos. He flew out in his last AB. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting. Catcher. Rodney Presley.
Stepping up is Rodney Presley. He singled first time up. Now here it comes. Here's a drive out toward left center field. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. Baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. High in the air out to center field. Verdugo waits on it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. 2-out double left stranded. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Now at the plate, here is Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The second baseman, number 6.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
The 0-2 once more. Is at the knees and called strike 3.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Stepping in now, Dominic Smith. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fouled off.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
Swing and a little tapper. The next 0-2. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch out, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They trail this one 1-0. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit sharply on the ground. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The pitcher, number 17, Shohei Ohtani.
So bases are empty with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the dual threat of Shohei Ohtani. First pitch of the AB on its way, and it's fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Verdugo waits on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Digging in will be Jonathan India, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. First offering. Hit hard on the ground is short. Over to first, and that retires the side. Takes just 4 pitches to set down the Reds, but they're on top 1-0.
Now I've got a choice to sacrifice myself where I can take that.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Francisco Lindor is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
And that's through for a hit. So only the 2nd hit he's given up tonight.
Well, that's only the 2nd hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Comes set and the 0-1. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. This stuff is dirty today.
J.D. Davis will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
And he lays off the 0-2 splitter. 1-2 now.
1-2.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Smith is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now here is Marcus Foley. He bounced out last time up. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
Pulled toward right center field. DeShields is there. 2 gone. Next, it'll be Mike Moustakas, grounded out in his last at-bat. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Stepping in once again is Jacob deGrom. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on and start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
Another 0-2 home. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. Next up for New York, Delino DeShields struck out in his last trip to the plate. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. One out, nobody on. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. Now here's the first offering. Jeff McNeil is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Swung on and chopped out to the shortstop. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And a reach, but he can't get there as it falls. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Now batting, catcher.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference, so double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
So the next to bat will be Rodney Presley, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a...
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Standing in now, Jesse Winker. Strike called, now the throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Really forcing the issue with that steal of second. They already had the guy on third, so now 2 runners in scoring position, and there aren't any force outs other than at first. Pretty good chance to drive in a pair right now.
The 0-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Verdugo is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And a big RBI there as the run scores to make this a 2-run game now.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He swings and grounds it to short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The pitcher, number 17, Shohei.
Now here's the pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Smith is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Reds 2 and the Mets nothing. Now at the plate is Dominic Smith. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. has to put the ball in play.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
So here's Pete Alonso as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Here's the 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 2-0.
Everybody when it come, I'm announcing it. I'm always going.
Ready to begin the 8th, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Jonathan India. First pitch of the AB on its way. In the air out toward right field. DeShields is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey Votto.
So next to hit is Joey Votto. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now the first pitch.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
The windup and the 0-1. This is in the air out to right field. DeShields will wait on it. And that's out number 2.
Foley.
So here is Marcus Foley. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. We got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mike Moustakas. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of... And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out, and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Verdugo has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Reds leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. And there's the signal now from the crew chief. As we expected, we will have a rain delay.
Begins to be dicey, Matt, if you're one of these managers right now. It looks like this could be delayed somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. Do you leave your pitchers in? Most of the ballparks have areas down below where guys can ride the bike or get on the treadmill. But you start getting into that 45-minute to an hour delay, you're starting to really flirt with danger. I'll be interested to see what the managers do with these two pitchers.
First offering on its way. Alex Verdugo is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
J.D. Davis the next to bat, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he falls behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Es que mi tiempo me vale dinero, no te asustes si te enseño todos los ceros. La vida me bendijo porque me mero, soy mi jefe, so hago lo que yo quiero. Que arriba no llegan, tú sabes que aquí.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Number 16 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. Nick Castellanos now. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Nick Castellanos.
And now the first pitch, as he lines it out to center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
First pitch on the way. Rodney Presley stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
0-1, here's the pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to first, and they get them both.
That's not the guy you're going to see doubled up very often, so that was a quick turn at second base. Good transfer and a strong throw.
Into the box now, Jesse Winker. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. No hits to this point. He pulls this one into right. DeShields gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Reds go down quietly. They're up 2-0. So striding in to start the ninth is Tomas Nido, as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
This is the part of the game where I think we really start seeing what teams are made of, both in terms of battling back, showing some resiliency, and in terms of knowing how to play with the lead, locking down that W.
At the plate now is Delino DeShields. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game, just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
You have to find a way in this situation to look in that on-deck circle and find a way to get your best hitter to the plate with a chance to tie it.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
2-run game, last of the ninth with 2 away. Fouled off.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Reds get their division-leading 30th win of the year. Shohei Ohtani earns his 8th victory of the season and records a complete game 2-hitter in doing so. Jacob deGrom pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Mets, no runs on only 2 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 29 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.